We're at 9 o'clock, so we'll just take work right through.
Yeah. I don't want to keep everybody. I'd like to strike a little bit of a middle balance here. My name is Duncan. I'm the Assistant Chief Counsel for U.S. Customs and Border Protection in San Francisco. One thing I just want to point out, we also, I think, send our folks there. We have folks subject to mandatory detention if they're aggravated felons that we catch coming in at the border. Without that facility, I don't know that we'd have a place to send them. I think at great expense we'd have to send them to a detention facility somewhere else. So I'd like to also strike the note of we can't blame the sheriff for everything that's laid on his doorstep, just to point that out. But broadly speaking, I think these days it seems like law enforcement's getting a real bad rap. And I'm in law enforcement, so I think I know that. I think maybe I would defend law enforcement as much as anybody here, except for maybe Bill tonight at least. But I think law enforcement also shares a burden to kind of try to restore that public trust a little bit. And so I'd like to kind of take it a little bit different direction and just ask you, philosophically speaking, with thinking about sheriff's deputies in jails, it just doesn't seem right to me, highly trained officers. Wouldn't you agree that those folks might be better serving the community, that part of protect and serve, the service part, if they were out in the community actually, working with the community, gaining the public trust, rather than being in the jails as sort of the face of incarceration? So a little bit of a different, I'm not taking the mental health angle, but just a philosophical question to the sheriff about whether he might think his deputies could be better served out in the community.
Thank you. I'll answer it very quickly, but the reality is that in our case, we have always had fully trained, sworn deputy sheriffs, which are subject to incredible backgrounding, lie detector tests, medical examinations, psychological examinations, and they are more professional than so-called guards. We've seen what happened in Santa Clara County. There's people that are on charges right now for murder. So we use deputy sheriffs exclusively, but they do typically spend about 1 or 2 years, and then they look for other assignments, and there are so many in the office of the sheriff. They go out on the street and they know more about who's out there in North Richmond, who's committed crimes, who's in what gang, how to talk to people. They gain invaluable skills in custody. So it's not a model that I would want to change. It would be cheaper, frankly, to do Santa Clara and have a lower level jail guard who's now, beating up inmates. We have very few of those because the sheriff's deputies are so well trained. So that's why we use them for multiple purposes.
Thank you, Sheriff. On that